Hi everyone, in this video we will look at how to create a gauge chart. This chart is also known by several different names depending on the context. So it could be called a dial chart, speedometer is the most famous name for it. It could also be called a radial gauge and so on. First, let's define what is a gauge chart. So a gauge chart is just a circular chart that looks like a speedometer. I know that's not an intelligent definition, but it is what it is. It's designed to display a single value within a defined range. So the next question is, why even use a gauge chart? So it has several benefits. First is it provides instant clarity. At a glance, viewers can see where performance stands on the scale. So like low, medium, high, and so on. Second, it has a visual appeal that helps engage the audience. So the speedometer-like design is engaging and easy to understand, even for non-technical audiences. So that does carry a lot of weight from the visual standpoint. Third, it is highly effective in dashboards. This chart is perfect for dashboards and reports where one key metric matters more than the detailed breakdowns. It fits perfectly in executive or business dashboards where decisions need to be made at a glance because the top executives usually don't have a lot of time. Fourth, this chart is highly effective when we are trying to track a goal because it clearly shows if you are below, on track, or exceeding a target. Fifth, it has a universal understanding. Everyone recognizes what a gauge looks like, thus making it intuitive across industries. Now that we have looked at the definition and the benefits, let's actually make one. On a new slide, go to Insert, click on Chart, click on Pie, then select this donut chart, which is the fifth chart from left. Click OK. Let me expand the data sheet. We will need 3 columns of data here. Let me actually make a few changes and then I'll explain. So first, let's get rid of all these default values. For the first column, I need a total of 12 rows. I'm just going to add 1, 1, 1, 11 times. And then for the last row, I'm just going to add 11. Let's look at what has happened. So it has created this nice donut chart with 12 segments. I'm going to use these for my data labels. Before I do that, let's add one more data series inside our data sheet. So I'm just going to stretch out this blue rectangle into this column C. Then I'm going to add 1 6 times. And then for the 7th row, I'm going to enter 6 here. Let's see what has happened. Okay, we have one more data series outside. Let me get rid of this legend because we don't need it. Let's double click on this chart. Change the angle of slice to 270 degrees. Let's make the bottom half of our chart transparent. So I'm going to double select the bottom half. First for this inner ring, then go to Home, click on Shape Fill and select No Fill. Let's do that for this bottom half of this outer ring. So I'm just selecting this blue part and click on No Fill. Let's color this outer ring. So I'm just going to color these 2 red, these 2 yellow, and these 2 green. Okay, we need to make a few more edits inside our data sheet. So let's go back to the data sheet. Here I have these percentages that I'm just going to copy paste inside my data sheet somewhere here. It doesn't matter where, just paste it anywhere where it doesn't get included inside our chart. And about this, I'm just going to type in do not edit. So the reason for these values is I want these values to be shown here. So 0%, 10%, 20, and so on. So this is going to be our scale or axis. So let's add these data labels here. First, right click on this inner ring, click on Add Data Labels, then double click on these data labels. Go to Label Options on the right hand side. Check this box called Value from Cells. That will open a data sheet and this dialog box. So make sure your cursor is blinking inside this data label range dialog box and then drag select these values from 0% to 100%. Click OK. Close the data sheet. While these data labels are selected, on the right hand side, uncheck this box for value. Next, click on this inner ring, go to Home menu, click on Shape Fill and select No Fill. So we have our scale nicely set up here. The last part is adding the needle. So right click, click on edit data. Let's add one more data series to our chart. So drag this blue rectangle to include column D. So in the first row of this column D, add any value, let's say 10%. In the next row, let's add 1%. And for this third row, we need to add a small formula. Type in equal to 200% minus bracket 10%, which is cell D2 plus cell D3. Close the bracket, hit enter. Let's close the data sheet. Click on this outer ring, right click, click on change chart type. For this column 3, select a pie chart. Check this option for secondary axis. Click OK. Let's make this gray color transparent. Select this tiny orange slice of our pie, color it black. Let's give this no outline. Then select this blue pie and make it transparent. Next, double click on this pie chart that we just created. Click on series options and specify the angle as 269 degrees. And we are nearly there. Let's say if we want our gauge to be slightly thicker, double click on this outer ring. Right now you will see that the chart with the needle gets selected, so we can't access this outer ring directly. In order to get access to that, right click, click on change chart type, just uncheck this secondary axis and select the secondary axis for the first two donut charts. Click OK. Now you will have access to this outer ring. So select it, decrease the donut hole size to any value that you like, say 45%. Then right click, change chart type, uncheck secondary axis for the donut charts and select the secondary axis for this pie chart. Click OK. One more thing we can add is if you want to show where this needle is at, click on this pie here. Just select this pie alone, right click, click on add data label, move this data label to the center, increase the font size, say 24, adjust its position. And that's how you create a basic gauge chart. Before we wrap this up, let's look at how to customize this chart. So to change the value, all you have to do is just change the percentages in this D2 cell. So you don't need to do anything with these cells. Let me just color them gray. All you have to do is edit this cell. So let me color this yellow. So we know this is the cell we need to pay attention to. So let's say we want to change the value to 50%. Just type in 50% and you will see the needle has moved. Now, because the way PowerPoint works, every time the value changes, our data label moves. So just manually bring it into the center like so. If you want to change this value to say 100%, just type in 100%, move the data label to the center, and that's it. Next, let's say you wanted to add 9 segments here for this ring instead of the current 6. To do that, in the second column, just have 9 ones. So we have up to 6 ones here. Let's add 3 more. And in the last row, type in 9, close the data sheet. We need to make the bottom part of the ring transparent and we need to recolor all these new segments. To do that, we need to first bring our chart to the front. So right click, click on change chart type, uncheck the secondary axis for this pie chart, check this for the first 2 donut charts, single select this bottom half, click on no fill. Let's recolor this and you can pick any colors you want. I'm just sticking to the same colors for simplicity. Once that's done, go back to change chart type, change this back to how it was before, and that's it. If you don't want these labels, you can just single select them and press delete. If you want them back, you will again have to bring these 2 charts in the front and then right click and add data labels. You can also format this slightly better. So go to insert, click on shapes, select this block arc, draw a block arc like so. Let's color this gray with no outline. Go to insert, click on text box, type in low, then medium and high. I'm going to center align these with respect to the text box. Let's move these in place. And that's your gauge chart. I will share a link to this file in the description. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I will catch you next time.